buff, it would be a very easy lane for Zz1tai in mid, and Bigfat would be forced to just farm under the turret without any aggression. Hotshot coming in here, the Oracles to face off against each other, but Voyboy comes in as well. You'll see movement from Zz1tai here. Bigfat's kind of trying to hold him off as well. They get the flash out of illusion. This is already an amazing play if they can get out without wasting the summoner. But it's going to be a big fight as PDD comes down. They find themselves in the 3v3. No, Voyboy flashes as Twin Fang comes out to spit out a few bits of damage. XiaoXiao very close. They take out Voyboy. Bigfat forced the flash as well. This is quickly going in favor of Invictus Gaming.
See if they can close anything out. Looks like everyone else trying to run away. Hotshot, though, a bit isolated in the jungle. Can he make it out? Walks into Zz1tai and Chauster. There's a stun. That's going to be, oh, blast Hotshot! What a move right there!
Amazing job. Chauster now very hurt, but that's not the focus. Kid trying to put some damage onto Doublelift so he can't turn around back in this fight. A beautiful push here in mid. Invictus on the aggression that we saw very early against the Zubu Frost now as they just continuously go for turrets. It looks like they will full on go for this one. XiaoXiao taking some area effect damage from Bigfat. And it looks like he will be able to clear and save the turret in 16 minutes.
That is one of the reasons you picked Cassiopeia. She is great at clearing out minion waves, really up there with Twist of Fate and Anivia as really good counter pushers. So CLG keeping that turret alive is actually hugely important for them. They cannot give up more mid-game advantages. They need to withstand that IG aggression. The fight's been going in their favor, but only down one kill. The turret's been going away, but only down one. The dragon's been going away, but only down one. CLG are just barely holding on, but they need to get something back in their favor pretty soon.
Freak definitive minion kills in lanes. 129 to Yorick, 103 to Diana. Voyboy losing that top lane quite a bit. Middle lane goes down, however, and they get everybody some very much needed gold. We see Zz1tai against Bigfat, 142 to 107, and the AD carries Kid versus Doublelift is 132 to 99. That averages about 25 to 30 more CS on 3 of the heaviest carries.
That's actually a huge deal overall because individual power just means so very much. Getting gold on a carry means more than getting gold on a support overall. Hotshot chasing down PDD. He's going to get something out of this, but I don't know if it's too much. His team does chase on down, but Hotshot not able to put enough slowing down. He couldn't slow him long enough for his team to show up. But CLG kind of taking a page out of Invictus' book. Suddenly they're 5 strong on one side of the map out of nowhere, and they're going to go for some pressure. But a little bit too long. That last minion wave kind of stopping that aggression. The rest of Invictus did show up to that top lane, stop that push from really happening. But CLG would really love to get some extra turret pressure here.
Yeah, it's going to have to work out that way for CounterLogic Gaming. If those instances where they travel as 5 do not work out, they're still getting less and less experience. And with the minion count being so low for their team, the late game is going to be quite difficult around the mid game. Until those fights start going 1 or 2 in their favor, they're not going to get their core items as fast. You see Doublelift trying to get that Bloodthirster most likely out as quick as he can. Corky has already finished a try for it.
Yeah, that just came in there, and you buy that item for 2 reasons. One is mid-game power, and 2 is to keep bullying the opposition. You know, when you come into that game and you realize that, hey, I'm doing really well, I'm chugging my opponent, we got first blood, I'm doing a lot of good things. You want to get that Trinity Force to cement your advantage. He's got a gigantic item swing over Doublelift right now. He just grabbed the BS sword. If they get into a battle, while the basic auto attack damage is a bit better for Doublelift, there's just a lot of damage sources here for Kid. He's got some extra ability power for his spells to come out, and he's got a lot of damage due to that Trinity Force proc, whether he slows his opponent down and keeps chasing, or he just gets a lot of bonus damage every time he puts his ability out.
Oh wow, XiaoXiao taking a lot of damage, and I don't think his ultimate's going to be enough. He does turn back around to go down.
Nice move there. CLG really, they're collecting themselves together, and Bigfatlp is being a force to be reckoned with. He's landing those crowd controls and setting up his team for a lot of good situations. It's the kind of thing that CLG needs. They need constant aggression. They need things to go their way mid-game.
Now, Freak, 2 or 3 of the wards just went down, but we can see the control, the aggressive wards in the side of CounterLogic Gaming, all the way up through that red buff and then down towards Dragon. As well, 3 wards on Zz1tai, the AP carry, and 1 on his support. Huge pull-in, impale onto Doublelift, and he goes down. Zz1tai with 1 more.
That is exactly what they wanted to have happen, and that is why you bring Skarner into a lineup. Is he makes your attack damage carry just suddenly die. And this is going to be hard because Doublelift is still trying to finish the Infinity Edge. He's going to have to spend another 1,200 gold to finish that item, and then spend the other 1,600 in order to get a Quicksilver Sash. He's 3,000 gold away from being able to survive Skarner.
Voyboy keeping that global presence down. Oh, they're coming on the turret. It's going to be a huge invade here by Invictus Gaming, but it looks like they push everybody out of the attack range. Kid could go down. He gets the ultimate thrown on him, and they do grab a turret out of it. So that's going to be good gold, good pressure. They've got him on their heels, but Voyboy, meanwhile,
up in the top lane is just going for that turret pressure over. Actually, a PDD might get jumped out here. HotshotGG's going to keep trying to clear him out. He lands the cleaver down as well, taking some damage from the backside. Those minions in there as well. He's trying to buy time for his teammate, and Voyboy coming here from the side. XiaoXiao could fall. PDD could fall. There's one. There's two. And the dragon was killed, but those 2 kills are worth it. Nice job, CLG.
Very nice job. Coming down from the top, I like how Hotshot stood in the middle, kind of pulling their attention as Voyboy could come in strong there. They see that that was thwarted out, but like you said, grabbing those 2 kills, Invictus kind of won that fight.
It's very, very back and forth there. Invictus getting that dragon does keep the gold lead the same, but if CLG could turn those kills into an advantage somewhere else by taking a turret, that's going to be ultimately worth it for CLG. If no capitalization happens here, then it's pretty much a wash. You can kind of continue, as you were and realize, hey, it's still dragons in one lead, hey, it's turrets in lead there, but looks like with 3 members bottom, they are going to turn those kills into a push.
So Voyboy bringing himself back into this game, now only 10 CS, which was 30 off of that Yorick top. Zz1tai getting harassed in middle here, trying to continuously slow for Bigfat to get there for more damage. Looks like they're just forced to farm at that second turret. A lot of ground has been gained by Invictus Gaming, but that turret being taken down, the second tier in top lane, could pay huge dividends in late game's push. Hotshot is very good at just splitting off with his team, and they also have a team freak that can fight as 4 effectively.
Ultimately, though, I like the overall team for Invictus. Their team fight potential is just so very, very good. If you look at CLG's roster, it's a lot of backline damage effort with Cassiopeia, played by Bigfatlp, and Doublelift on Graves. There's a lot of damage there that's going to be thrown out and putting out a lot of pressure. They've got a nice front line with HotshotGG on Mundo and some good utility from Chauster's Lulu. The wild card here, though, is Voyboy playing that Diana. She's going to want to jump in primarily as an assassin. You can see Sword Shoes and Abyssal Scepter already done. You can expect a Death by her Grasp likely to be up next or very, very soon overall. She's going to try to kill off Kid's Corki. That's kind of the primary target here, the primary kill attempt for CLG. Kind of like what Invictus was doing last time where they were diving an AD carry. They're the same kind of choice here. The problem is they've got Yorick. Yorick shuts down that kind of strategy. He's just going to close Kid, and if Kid falls, that Revenant's going to revive him, and he's kind of just going to be back in the battle.
XiaoXiao being taken down, about 1/3 of his HP, forced back here. Now, if they saw that happen, this could easily be a dance for that Baron. The damage is out. Looks like Doublelift still trying to finish that Infinity Edge. He is about 500 gold off of that with a little bit more to add on. So he's got some work to do here. He is not getting minions in lane anymore. He's not farming. These kills are going to come a lot slower. So the fact that he has not finished his core item between that 15 to 18 minutes is going to really affect the team.
So let's see how this actually ends up panning out here, because you've got a really scary situation where CLG's got to buy a little bit of time for them. They need Doublelift to finish that Infinity Edge. And the thing is, it might not even matter if he gets caught by Skarner. So CLG needs 2 major things here. Doublelift needs a couple hundred more gold. He's currently at 800. Actually needs to get back to base and buy an item, ultimately. But he doesn't have time. That Baron, of course, getting damaged for it. But after that, he needs to be safe in a fight. There's so much dive potential from IG. Now, they're not going to focus him with bruises so much. Vladimir's not going to dive onto him. They don't have like an Aurelia or a Nocturne or a Jarvan like we saw last game, where they're going to go and fight with Doublelift. It's really, they're going to pull Doublelift out. It's all about XiaoXiao and Illusion. Can they make that happen? Can they pull him in and focus him out? If they are not able to, Doublelift with an Infinity Edge is going to out DPS Kid on Corki. The overall damage per second is going to be higher for an Infinity Edge with Quick Draw, with Lulu in the back gets you a shield, having that pick steal some extra damage with you as well. There's a lot of damage output there.
Oh, we have Corellia's on, impaling the Hotshot. Can he get his ultimate off? The Ignite is on, and it's just too much run and burst. They take him down in pursuit. No, Freak, it looks like they turn for Baron.
This is a great attempt. The jungler is dead. There is so little chance for a steal here. If a steal does come out from CLG, it'll be the most magnificent play ever. It's already 4-on-5. Their jungler is already out of the mix. It's already down to half health. This is looking like a very, very safe Baron attempt for Invictus with a very slim chance to steal.
Hotshot did it with the Ionic Spark last time. Zz1tai on a killing spree as Chauster goes down. They're trying to get into this one too quickly, and it looks like they may be able to take out a few in their favor. Skarner smiting down Baron. Bigfat takes down Alistar, and now they will pursue into this fight. We do see just above them, here comes Zz1tai on top. PDD getting the Ignite down. A nice petrifying gaze, trying to slow this in. And I like how Voyboy tried to stand behind Bigfat, but it just was too much burst from Phosphorus. Voyboy looking to go down here. There's a lot of chase, but it looks like he will make it out alive. Corki is on that top side, going towards Tribush. He will have the movement as Valkyrie comes in, and it looks like he will be able to get the chase on. He's just within range. Valkyrie is 2 seconds from up. He's going to be on Voyboy right now. The attack goes in. Voyboy trying to burst, and he comes up with the pursuit kill for Kid.
Nice job overall. Invictus now up in kills. Dragon's turrets and Baron. They are in the driver's seat here. Now it's a 7,000 gold lead. That initial pull on a hot shot, and that's what happens. That Invictus gaming team is roaming as 5, starting from like 20-minute mark, and they just look for that one guy to pounce upon. The initiation here, the flash, the Shirelias, everything coming on from Skarner, just trying to find a champion to kill. They do it, even when it's hot shot, even when it's a tanky Dr. Mundo, they just have the damage to make a 5-on-4. And from there, they just control every other advantage. I like what they did with the Baron attempt, where they sent 2 out of the pit just to zone out the CLG opposition, trading some kills out, but securing that Baron kill. Now it's still that Baron buff, they're going to keep pushing on.
They have a great team for pushing these turrets. Wild growth going out on Hotshot, but again, the Ignite goes down and he is just obliterated. The ultimate not even saving.
This is really one of the weaknesses of Dr. Mundo, is his mid-game crush is when he's least tanky. Now, a lot of junglers, you see them go for early gold generation, you know, Nautilus and Maokai, they'll grab a Philosopher's Stone and a Heart of Gold, and they'll just sort of try to get a Glacial Shroud finish in time to be tanky. Dr. Mundo on Hotshot, he's still trying to finish major items. He's got the Soul Shroud, Spirit Visage up there, he's got Mercury Trace, he's got a Heart of Gold, he's got Doran's Shields, he's got a lot of like moderately good items, but he's not to the point where he can face tank a team right now. He needs a Warmog's armor or a Sunfire Cape or a Ran to his own to withstand what IG is throwing out there. So the next 5 to 10 minutes as Hotshot tries to get some gold on, he's going to keep dying this way, and they're okay to focus the tank. Invictus have 10,000 gold. They can just keep picking off one kill and picking up a turret. Picking up a kill and picking up a turret. They're up 6-3, they're going to keep that going.
You know, Freak, I like the last donation. We saw Corki, there was Kid and PDD going in for red buff, and they gave it to PDD. What's the point of giving your melee that red?
Well, there's a difference between giving a melee champion and a ranged champion that Lizard buff. But when you're a melee champion, your slow is actually much heavier, and you're going to kind of just see him in general, be in the front line and land a lot of basic attacks. On the other side, though, of course, Corki with that Trinity Force has a slow anyway. They don't need to stack them.
Good slow back, keeping Illusion off the last Impale as Chauster is the one in the backside to tie. However, they're looking quite aggressive as he builds up his Tides of Blood. He gets more spell vamp in his attack. A hit out on Chauster, and they are the one to find him. Still, I believe, not having the headbutt. No, they go for Chauster. Wild Growth pops him up. A good slow for the entire team. The Glitterlands could not be enough here. The Valkyrie in. Kid picks up another kill. 5-0-2 on the match now, and they are going for the inhibitor turret. Not enough minions, though. They're going to be forced to back off, but they have full control, and they're just more than happy to go around the horn here at CLG's base.
Yeah, they've got a giant minion wave in the top lane. Whenever you want to push, try to ride the minion wave in. And there's the initiation. They're going to catch up to Voyboy.
Voyboy goes down in a second. HotshotGG once again. The Chemo Plague doesn't even get time to proc. They wipe out Counter Logic Gaming in their base. One more attack onto Bigfat will be the ace, and they're just chasing him down. He can't get a kill. The double kill coming in for Bigfat, and now they're forced to just mill about. They can't hit the inhibitors yet. They need some waves to get in here. You can just see PDD. He's like, I think I can back here. Give me 8 seconds.
Well, they're going to try to regroup here. Invictus, oh, looks like the GG call is out. They don't even care. They're just going to die to turrets for free. Why not? GG called out. The surrender vote is in, guys. Congratulations to Invictus Gaming, bringing it back 1-1. They're taking the win over Counter Logic Gaming.
An amazing game played there, and sometimes in the group stage, you really need to just sit back and say, this isn't our game. It's not like you can go into a best of 3 here. So let's rethink this and come into our next matchup.
So here's where you're at. Right? You've got Invictus Gaming sitting at 1-1. They've got one deciding match still to go against